Hello, everyone, and welcome to Holocron Transmissions. I'm your host, Nick, and this is Patrick. Want to say hello?
Hello. And we also have Omadaun say hi.
Yo.
So, today we'll be reviewing a brand new episode for Star Wars Rebels called Warhead. Now, first off, this episode was not a disappointment. It was actually really good because it does fill in some plots about the next coming episodes because Thrawn does find the Imperial or the Rebel Space Course in the trailer, so we'll be getting that at some point. But I just thought this episode was really good. Patrick, what about you?
Yes, I thought this episode overall was very good. I was never disappointed with this episode, and with this episode, with the main Imperial droid, I forgot his name again. And the first episode that he was introduced, I didn't like the episode, but now, after seeing this character again and whatnot, his reaction of Chopper and whatnot, I'm very happy with that episode now. I don't consider it a filler episode as I thought it was, I said in the beginning. But this is overall, though, a very, very well done episode. Omadaun?
Yeah, I have to say it's a fantastic episode. It's also great. What's great about it is it's a character episode. Some of the characters we haven't really gotten a lot of in recent episodes. We got more of Thrawn and his thought processes, more of Fulcrum and how he's dealing with being a double agent. And Zeb hasn't really gotten much since the Lasat episode. And this is actually showing Zeb because he kind of gets sidelined a lot compared to the others as more of he's a physical grunt, and he really is a general. So this is a fantastic way of showing he's a smart cookie and a tactical guy. Also,
very true.
It's a great one that actually that gives that Imperial droid shows like he knows what he's doing, and it plays out the fact that just because they're all together does not mean that they get along. It's like Zeb and that protocol droid of the Empire are just great. The humor between the two of them, just Chopper, just like having to be the bickering one between them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I agree. So now we'll go into the full review of the episode, talk about what happened in the episode, and give off our final thoughts and ratings. So the episode begins with not the Death Star, with the Star Destroyers and whatnot shooting out pods to different planets and whatnot, trying to find where the rebels are. And we follow this one Imperial protocol droid who gets attacked by the spiders and whatnot and shut down. But he was sent to this planet here where, fortunately enough, where the rebel base is. So, and during this time too, the gang all left for a mission, and Hera kept Zeb
in charge
of it and whatnot. And I really like the banter he has with Chopper and the protocol droid here. And I really like it too that Zeb didn't want to do any of the organizing stuff, so he forced Chopper to come along with him, and it was very funny at that scene and whatnot.
Oh yeah, I would agree.
I really did enjoy it. So now
I do have to say though, I do love how Chopper seems to have more wisdom than or smarts to say leave the droid alone compared to Zeb, who's just like, oh, it's here, let's pick it up and take it back.
That's true. And we get this droid here. I don't know what the name of the model is, but of course this droid is based off of the concept by Moff McCory of C-3PO, of course. So very cool to see that in here and whatnot. At first, Zeb thought this was a random droid that was on the planet, which I think Chopper is right. Zeb was kind of a dumb idiot
for bringing him back to base.
I mean,
Zeb is Captain Hindsight. Let's face it.
Yeah, I don't know why he does that, but soon though they learn that this droid is a part of the Empire to search for them, basically the rebels. And we got this information, of course, from Callus Fulcrum. And this is what the droid's seafood vision is when he turns into that big giant monster creature that Seb fights against with his bow staff there. Now, this was a very nice fight scene. I really did like it. I don't truly care for the color scheme of the red with the blue. I would have preferred those to be black or a different color. But overall, though, I really did enjoy this attack scene and whatnot. What about you guys?
The thing with you're talking about, you don't like the red and the blue. It's that blue outside is also part of making it look unmenacing.
I know. I'm not talking about the blue. It's just the red for the inside. I like it to be different color. That's all.
Well, red does go well with blue.
I guess. It's just a little nitpick for me. That's all.
Now, of course, the fight scene here was really awesome. And plus, if you notice that in Empire Strikes Back, they actually did the same thing. And we call that because
the probe droids.
Yeah, the probe droids.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I was about to say, in the beginning of this episode, it's like the beginning of Empire with the Star Destroyers. But basically, though... Oh, continue, Omadaun.
I was going to say, and for those of you who are fans of the Star Wars games and such, what I love is the design of this the spy bot is pretty much a combination of the Ralph McQuarrie design, the guard droids of General Grievous, and Proxy from the Force Unleashed. Yeah. They really encompassed the three of those into a really unique design that worked well off of that.
Oh, agreed. So now Seb does damage the droid, and the droid is trying to look for, recharge fuel and whatnot, energy, so then he can, be functional again. And of course, they do a little trap where Chopper's the bait and whatnot. And of course, Seb attacks the Pro-Quad droid here, holds him down, and shuts it off. But they learn that the droid does have a bomb detach into him. Now, before we talk about the bomb here, I did want to bring this back up here very quickly. I really do like how they have the reflection of Seb in the visor there. I'm very happy that we saw that. That just...
It kind of gives a personality to the face of the protocol droid.
Well, it's not that. It's just that it just shows how well the animation has come along and whatnot.
Oh, yeah, but I'm saying... Oh, sorry.
Since season 1 as well, because if you don't know, that Ezra looked like Aladdin in season 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the look a bit.
I have to say, though, what I love about it, it also gives more expressiveness to the Imperial droid's face, because it almost gives like more of a personality of him looking at Zeb.
Well, how they do
it feels more like he's looking at him than if it was just a blank, no reflection in it.
Well, it's just how they do it with Darth Vader as well in the Rebels episodes too.
Yeah, because it feels more alive when there's a reflection in a deadpan eye set like that.
Of course,
very true.
So basically, though,
and I have to say, I do love the countdown device in this droid. This was taken from the Predator movies. That was the thing that was going off in my head as I was like, oh my god, he's Predatoring their butts.
So basically, though, now is they have to deal with this bomb. So Seb comes up with the idea of sending the droid back to the base and whatnot, so then it can blow up where it came from and to stop all the other droids, and which they do successfully well. Of course,
it wasn't an easy process because the Empire design in this, there were so many fail-safes and contingencies for these things, instead of having to think around them and outside of the box, which even surprised the protocol droid. It's like, wow, that actually wasn't stupid.
Now, all those people that...
We can always get along very fine as well.
Yes.
And all those people that died on the Star Destroyer too. What a shame.
Oh yeah.
Oh well.
But I want to talk
no
about
one cares about them.
Yes. I want to talk about this scene though. It's very interesting to see Thrawn's ship having the symbol underneath his Star Destroyer.
Is that a Hydra, or is that supposed to be a what do you call it there? The crate dragon.
I think it's a crate dragon because it looks like it. Because it has two heads, it looks like.
Well, crate dragons only have one. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I don't know for sure. It looks like two heads to me. But I'm just saying, though, it's very interesting seeing this thing here to basically, like, hey, this is Thrawn's ship right here,
Yeah.
and all of that. So for having like a little bit of a different design ship, like how Darth Vader, his will be the Inquisitor.
Yes. One thing, for those of you who are not familiar with the EU or Legends canon, one of the interesting facts of Thrawn is like he didn't have a super Star Destroyer. He had a normal Star Destroyer as his own personal ship because he felt the super Star Destroyers were too bulky and sluggish compared to the normal Star Destroyers because they were faster cruise ships than them. And this shows like how much personal detail he keeps with his personal ship. Everything is an artistic display. This could be very much a design from his own home world.
That could be true too. I don't think they're going to explain it in the show, but it's just very interesting to point this out.
It looks like it'd be something from his own culture because you do realize that Chiss are like on the far end of the outer rim, and the fact that he is far from home, this could be his one way of keeping connected with his home, is like a legendary creature from his home.
Very true.
Yes, and the other question I have too is how much did it take for him to have this decal on the Star Destroyer? I mean, God, this must have took a long time, or maybe not a long time because you could easily laser it in, but still.
I'm just imagining him having a conversation with Palpatine. Look, I'll be the Grand Admiral of your military, but you know what? I want the most awesome decal on the bottom of my Star Destroyer. Yo, I don't care how many droids you put to putting that thing on, but I gotta have that detail before I join forces with you.
It is done. You know how to make a cool looking ship.
Oh yeah,
that's
so artistic.
And plus too, as we all know, that Thrawn does like her, and it'll be interesting to see as well if we see Darth Vader's cruiser ship in Star Wars Rebels.
I don't think so, but it could be interesting. Definitely could be interesting. So basically now we go to the end of the episode here where they all get back and whatnot, and they discussed what happened during the events of here. And also too, we got a cool scene at the end with Thrawn about what the rebels did to want the Star Destroyers and whatnot was a smart plan, and he was very happy with that because he's not dealing with dummies. But
he only has 94 planets.
Yep.
That's one thing I did love about it. It shows how much, no matter how much you try to think outside the box, Thrawn is so far beyond outside the box. He's 500 steps ahead of you. It's just like, yes. They did win this little victory for themselves and kept their base hidden, but
we are gonna find them.
They just limited down my search. I had thousands of star systems to go through. They've limited me down to 15. How is that to just you just made yourselves more visible to me? I may not know exactly where you are, but I know where to look now.
Yeah.
And that says a lot to how calculating he is. He turns a victory into a defeat for them. So
do you think, though, we'll get the episode of of them attacking the rebel base during? Would that be the season finale, you think, or will it be close to the season finale?
I think it'll be close to the season finale because we do actually see Thrawn in the mid-season trailer at Chopper Base, and then he does contact the rebels saying, "Oh, I want your utter surrender." And
well, yeah, I'm talking about that episode though. When he does reach Chopper Base, would that be the season finale episode, or would that be like close to the season finale, like not the actual season finale hour-long episode?
I'll probably say close.
Okay.
With me, I would say I was originally going to say it would have been Obi-Wan's thing, but that might be prior to the season finale. Like, what better note to end on than all hope almost being lost at Thrawn taking their own base from them.
You know what? I agree with that, but I feel like that's because how Obi-Wan and Darth Maul were put to so much of importance in the trailer. I think that's still going to be the last episode, but I agree with Nick here. The Chopper Base episode is going to be close to the mid-end of the season, I believe so. So that is the whole episode, though, of Rebels called, what was it?
Warhead.
Warhead. Now we'll go into our final thoughts and give our ratings. First, we'll start off with Nick.
Now, of course, I did love the episode. I just love it how they're using all Ralph McQuarrie's art into Star Wars Rebels, and plus two, I just love that ending bit how Thrawn only has 94 planets to go until he actually finds the rebels, and I just can't wait for the episode where he actually does find the rebels and see what he does to try and get them to surrender.
I see.
So really funny episode with Chopper and Seb, and I think that the 7 Chopper episodes does do really well. So that's my final thoughts.
Rating.
For me, I'll probably give it, I don't know really, probably a 8 out of 10 for this episode.
Okay.
So
yeah, I agree with you. I'll give it an 8 out of 10 as well. I won't give it a perfect 10. Maybe I should, because I didn't have really any problems with this episode. I think I'll go for a good 9 out of 10 actually, and a good 9 out of 10 because I didn't have any problems with this episode. I really love the ending of it with Thrawn and Kallus. I really like the humor in the episode between Seb and the Chopper and the Imperial Droid. See, this is what I like about Star Wars. I know people are complaining with Rogue One. It's like, oh, the only character that had any emotion, or the one you mainly like, was K2SO. But the thing is, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. You can actually fall in love and really like a droid character.
Yeah.
That's either real there, CG, or in the cartoon even, you know? And that just shows how much of a personality these droids have in the Star Wars universe. And that's what I love about lots of the droids, besides C-3PO. But overall, though, I love the character dynamic in this episode. The fight stuff was great. The music in this episode, too, was great once again. I love the composer, same composer who did the Clone Wars. Very well done, of course. And I love the ending of Thrawn. Every episode so far of this season, Thrawn has been 100% great. They have not messed up on the character whatsoever yet. And let me tell you, with Rebels here, Thrawn has definitely started to becoming one of my top 20 or maybe even top 10 Star Wars characters. I like Thrawn, but never really fall in love with Thrawn. But Rebels is making me fall in love with him. So yeah, 9 out of 10 for me. Good episode for sure.
Omadaun.
I have to say, this is a really good episode at setting up, not only just setting up things to come, but also showing how much Thrawn is slowly and calculated, and from behind like their viewpoint, he is slowly squeezing his hand around their throat to choke off their air supply. It's just like he is really a menace, and I think the title Warhead is basically referring to just how much he is a symbol of the war machine of the Empire. Very much so. Thrawn is the perfect example of how the Empire systematically controls things. He is the perfect example of logical, cold, and calculated, and knowing how to use people against themselves. He was the perfect character to bring back from Legends to do this. Because if you remember him in Legends, he is a fantastic character that really showed that type of cold calculating that it takes to take out superior numbers to bring them under your control. And this, it really shows how he knows how to work not only the perception of people of the rebels, but the rebels themselves. He knows how to use them as their own worst enemy.
And their own weapon as well.
Yes.
What will be your rating for this episode, Omadaun?
I give this a 9 out of 10. It is a fantastic episode at showing just how to use a character that people love properly, and how to really show what the sides are like, how people can become like their own double-edged sword. And in a way, if you look at Zeb, he for the most part is his own worst enemy in a lot of the stuff that he does. He sort of screws himself over. And what's funny, if you look at Zeb, how he started off to what he is now, he has had a slight change. He's more influenced by Ezra. If you notice, he kind of makes more mistakes like Ezra used to.
Pretty true. I agree. And his personality has grown, I feel like, throughout the episodes of Rebels.
It's like Ezra's been that one person that he can connect with, that younger brother type of character.
Oh, I agree.
And that's why I think it's really great about it.
So that was our review of Star Wars Rebels Warhead. I enjoyed it, everyone enjoyed it here, and I hope you enjoy our review. And if you did enjoy our review, please comment and give us a like. And also, too, if you want to see more of us talking about Rebels, other Star Wars news, or anything of the sort, please give us a subscribe and help the channel out. We really appreciate it. So,
and also, before we actually go, the next episode is called Trials of the Darksaber, which is January the 21st, and then Rebels goes on a break on February the 18th.
I do have to say one thing that I love about that title. That was actually a title of one of the books, Darksaber. I won't spoil it until we see that episode. I want to see if it's something resembling that book.
I think it's the whole Sabine arc.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Because the episode after that is called Legacy of Mandalore, and then episode 17 is called Through Imperial Eyes.
Yep, there we go.
And it doesn't have reference to that book.
Yes, it doesn't.
It would be fun, though, if it did.
Yes. But thank you all for watching, and may the Force be with you all, always.